Hi, okay, it's day one, and today we are talking about creation over consumption. And this is a topic that makes me very excited, so I'll try to keep it short. But this is something that I have viewed in social media, in my life, in everything. So I talk about this with my kids all the time. They see YouTube stars and they're like, I want to do that. I want to be famous for just being on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, but let's take a look at that. What are they doing? They're creating more than they're consuming online. Sitting there and watching a YouTube star is not going to make you a YouTube star. Getting off of YouTube and making videos to put on YouTube is what will make you a YouTube star. And this concept is tricky for kids, but it seems to be even trickier for adults. So many entrepreneurs that I know who are like, okay, I gotta show up online. I gotta really, get my social media going. And then they think, but I hate social media. I don't wanna be on social media 24/7. And I'm here to challenge that because I bet you I spend less time on social media right now than you do. Maybe you don't believe me and maybe not you. But in my life, the people who don't have a business on social media spend more time just zone out scrolling than I do because I very, very diligently don't do that. I force myself not to. I have screen time apps on my phone that stop me if I've been on for too long. I do not let myself get into that trap because my entire motto on social media is creation over consumption. I have to be creating for social media longer than I'm on it. Now, there is community engagement, which is super important, actually building relationships on social media. So I definitely spend time going and talking to my clients, responding to them. I hype people up who I really like. I find inspiration in people, and I definitely do some of that. But the just sitting there doom scrolling through all of the reels, it's a huge no for me. Every time I catch myself doing it, I have to be like, no, we are firm on this and we do not do this. So why? Couple of reasons. Sitting and doom scrolling really brings a lot into comparison, which we're going to talk about in a couple days. It really can make you feel like you're not doing it enough. You're not making enough. You're not anything. Fill in the blank with whatever your main insecurity is. You'll be able to find confirmation of it online, anywhere. Just start watching one video and then the algorithm is like, oh, they like this? Okay, let's keep piling it on. Let's pile it on. You're going to see more and more and more of what you consume. And so if you are consuming things that make you feel like garbage, you're going to see more and more and more and more and more of those things, right? So in this, what I do, anybody who gives me the icks online, whether it's somebody I even really used to respect or do respect, but right now they're like, it's making me feel jealous, it's making me feel insecure, it's making me feel whatever. If it's someone I truly respect and don't want to unfollow, I mute them for a while. Just get it out of my radar. It doesn't need to be here. I don't need to spend my precious energy looking at it. If it's someone who I don't love, respect, or really hope becomes a client, then I just delete them. Including family, friends, people you should follow. It doesn't matter. This is your business. And the most important business, part of your business is you, right? I can bet that 99.9% of you couldn't run your business without you, right? If you disappeared off this planet, would your business still operate? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, then you are your most valuable asset and you must not spend your time comparing, criticizing, just zoning out on social media. You have more things to do with your time that will serve you better. So, hard truths, but this is what we're gonna do. New rules starting from today, and this will be hard. It's okay. If you're in a loop of just being on social media and watching things, let's try to shift this. So we're gonna make a new rule. We're gonna get a little sticky note, and I have it, like the little alligator. My kids are learning about this in school. Like the alligator eats the bigger number. Okay, well I have the little alligator, the little sign towards creation over consumption. So I spend more time creating content than consuming content. This works in social media, and this also works in other areas of your life. So, like with food, I don't just sit there blindly eating whatever the heck's in the cupboard. The more time I spend creating it rather than just shoveling it in my mouth, the more satisfying it is for me. The more time I spend creating in the way of writing or sewing or doing my hobbies, anything where I am putting energy back into the world, my entire life sphere starts to feel better. So what is your big energy leak? The thing that you're like, oh, after you do it, you feel like, ugh, that sucked, you know? So maybe it is doom scrolling. Maybe it is, I don't know, substances. Maybe it is just like complaining and gossiping with people. I don't know, whatever it is for you. How can we put positive, creative energy into the world versus then just taking? This is the practice for today. So today, I want you to really diligently put on a timer or something like that and see how much time you spend creating versus consuming. And then I want you to create something and then share it on social media so I can see it. Whether that's creating a cool reel, whether that's creating a cool post, whether that's creating a series of posts. I really like getting in the groove, typing out a whole like string of stories that are a big thought for me because I don't always want to show up with my face, and it just feels like good energy, like I'm adding to the world. I'm sharing my genius. Whatever it is that you end up doing, I want you to tag me at Westrose Media so that I can see it and I can cheer you on. And I want you to take this concept of creation over consumption and see where else you can pop it into your life, right? I don't want you to take it in every single part of your life. Like we know that doesn't work, right? We can't take every single thing we've ever thought of and try to implement it at once. I have a great masterclass about this. I'll link it below. But what we need to do is start with one thing. So today, because this is about social media and your brand, let's start with social media. So creation over consumption. I want you to write it on a sticky note, take a picture of that sticky note, tag me, let's see it. Let's start this energy of more creation, less consumption, okay? I can't wait to see what you come up with, and I'll see you in day 2.